In the busy city of Lagos, 3 university students, Amina, Zainab, and Fatima, were known for their modest appearance and respectful behavior. They came from Muslim families and always dressed decently whenever they were at home or with their relatives. Their parents believed they were hardworking students focused on building a bright future. Every morning, their mothers prayed for them.
May Allah protect you all and grant you success.
May Allah protect you and
mother.
grant you
Please
success,
take care of yourself.
Amina's
Don't
mother
worry,
would say.
I will take care of everything here.
Amina replied with a smile before leaving the house. To everyone, they looked like perfect daughters. But hidden behind those smiles was a painful secret. All 3 were studying at the same university. Life on campus was expensive. School fees, rent, textbooks, transportation, and food became overwhelming. Amina's father had lost his job. Zainab's widowed mother struggled to feed 4 children. Fatima's parents were heavily in debt after paying hospital bills. Instead of telling their families how difficult life had become, the 3 friends made a terrible decision. A fellow student introduced them to wealthy older men who paid female students for companionship. At first, they refused. "This isn't right," Fatima whispered. But weeks later, hunger and unpaid bills changed everything. One bad decision slowly became a dangerous lifestyle. At home, they remained respectful daughters. At school, they secretly met wealthy clients in expensive hotels. Each time they received money, they convinced themselves it would be the last time. But easy money became difficult to walk away from. Soon they owned expensive phones, designer handbags, jewelry, and fashionable clothes. Their classmates admired them. "How do you girls afford all this?" someone asked. "We run online businesses," Amina lied. Everyone believed them. Money solved many problems. But it couldn't buy peace. Amina stopped sleeping well. Zainab lived in constant fear that someone would expose them. Fatima cried every night after returning to her hostel. Whenever they prayed, guilt filled their hearts. Yet none of them had the courage to stop. One evening, Amina entered a luxury hotel. As she walked toward the elevator, she froze. Her uncle was standing in the lobby. She quickly covered her face and rushed away before he recognized her. Her heart pounded. "What if he saw me?" she whispered. That night she couldn't sleep. A few weeks later, a wealthy client refused to pay Zainab after meeting her. Instead, he threatened to expose her if she reported him. She realized she had no protection. She had trusted the wrong person. For the first time, she understood how dangerous her situation had become. One weekend, students gathered around their phones in shock. A video of a female student leaving a hotel had gone viral. Although the girl's face wasn't clear, rumors spread across campus. Everyone became suspicious. The 3 friends panicked. "What if we're next?" Fatima cried. Fear replaced confidence. One Friday, the friends attended Jumu'ah prayers. The Imam spoke about repentance, honesty, and hope. He reminded everyone that no mistake was too great if a person sincerely turned back to Allah and changed their ways. Those words stayed with them. After the prayer, none of the 3 spoke. They simply looked at each other. Then Amina finally said, "I don't want to live like this anymore." Fatima nodded. "I've been waiting for one of us to say it." Zainab wiped away tears. So have I. Living wasn't easy. The money stopped. Bills returned. But this time, they decided to face their problems honestly. They found part-time jobs. They sold homemade snacks on campus. They offered tutoring services to younger students. They learned digital skills online. The income was small, but they slept peacefully. Months later, each girl gathered the courage to tell her family that university life had been far more difficult than they had admitted. Although the conversations were painful, their parents supported them instead of abandoning them. Together, they rebuilt trust. Years later, the three friends graduated. The road had been difficult, but they crossed the stage with honest achievements. Looking at each other, they remembered how close they had come to destroying their futures. Amina smiled. The hardest decision was leaving. Fatima replied. But it was also the best. Zainab looked toward the sky. Sometimes the greatest victory is having the courage to change. The three friends walked away, not as people hiding a double life, but as women determined to build a future through honesty, hard work, and hope.